Happy International Men's Day, everyone. My name's Steven Svoboda. I have been executive director of Attorneys for the Rights of the Child, which I founded slightly over a quarter century ago in 1997. And I've also been Northern California chapter founder, co-founder, and then public relations director for the National Coalition for Men for 28 years. And it's been quite a ride. I think it's sad that we have to even talk about why are men and boys important, but I understand, especially in the current environment, why some of these things need to be spelled out. We're half of most couples, some cases, both parts of some couples. Um, we're sons, we're fathers, we're workers, contributors, politicians. We hold up half the sky. And my goodness, where are we going as a society? I really am not sure. But what I do know, and I was just saying this to a friend the other day, things will change. I'm not sure exactly when, but people will come to understand that if we're going to have thousands of programs for women's health, especially given that women are, of course, living longer than men on average, and there are some number of health conditions that affect men more than women, we're also going to need to have some men's health organizations. If anything, they're more needed because men need to be encouraged and supported in male-friendly language to take care of their health. I know for me it's a challenge. I know for many of my brothers it's a challenge, and it's important. Custody, child custody, we're definitely getting the short end of the stick on that. There's nothing written into the law, but that's how the cases seem to get decided over and over and over. And because men know that, a lot of men don't even challenge a case and just defer to whatever the mother wants to do. We have the selective service. I was recently involved with NCFM in a case that the ACLU Women's Rights Project, as our lawyers, took to the Supreme Court saying that the male-only draft is unconstitutional and harmful for both men and women by perpetuating stereotypes. We didn't get the votes we needed to actually be heard by the Supreme Court. I feel like if Ruth Bader Ginsburg had still been in office, we would have, because she worked for many years with the ACLU Women's Rights Project. There's so many issues, it's hard to know even where to start. Attorneys for the Rights of the Child was founded to let the world know that we know that we don't have to do female circumcision on our girls. People are coming to realize we don't need to do intersex genital cutting on people whose genitalia are neither clearly male nor clearly female, and they're intersex, because in the old days, doctors and parents felt that, oh, we must clarify whether this child is a boy or a girl. And even some people are now learning that you don't have to do circumcision on your boys. And that's a really important piece, because our first lesson as we come into the world, for many of us, is that the world's a harsh place. The world's a place that's going to hurt me. And I think that lesson gets handed down in ways that are hard to fully appreciate. I have been very graced by having very many close friendships with men over the years. There's just a difference between a good male friend and a good female friend. They both are very obviously important and can provide valuable things, but it's just different. There's male friends that I have that I feel like can understand certain things I want to say and discuss in a way that pretty much no woman can relate to. And it's just such a benefit, such a value having my brothers in my life. I married the love of my life 6 years ago, and I now have 3 new brothers from that, and they're very different from each other, and all 3 of them have really enriched my life, as has my new father, so that's great. And most of all, I just want to affirm men are cool, men are awesome, as are women. Everybody knows women are. People seem to have a few more questions about men. So happy IMD to everyone, and best of luck.